I am about to go to Sundance Film Festival for the world premiere of our film Lady, and this film could possibly change my career. But 6.5 months ago, I was ready to quit acting forever. This is the story of how I almost walked away and what stopped me. 2025 was supposed to be different. I had worked hard, I had credits, I had experience. I thought by now things would be more stable. But instead, I found myself in the same cycle. 0 to no jobs, auditioning, waiting, hoping, and watching months go by with no calls, no bookings, no income. And then something broke inside me. There was a specific moment when I thought, maybe I am not meant to do this. Maybe it's time to be realistic. Maybe I should just stop. So, let me tell you about the moment I almost quit. The truth is, it wasn't just one thing. It was a pile-up of everything, from having to not work to just doing 2 jobs the entire year, to constantly having needs and basic needs I could not take care of, to feeling like I was a charity case because I was tired of begging, to the no's, the rejections, the disappointment, the near miss, encounters, to watching my fellow actors book roles, attend premieres of their films, show up with their BTS and just thriving, and to constantly feel the need to show up even when I feel empty. And the fact that I was struggling like I was 22 years old. And people would say, oh, but you're doing so well. They say that because of the Instagram post, the events, the paparazzi, my smile. By the way, I have a beautiful smile. I have a beautiful smile. But they did not see the countless sleepless nights, the panic attacks at 3 a.m., the crying and wailing to God, saying, God, when will it happen for me? When will my career be seamless and just, be peaceful for once, like have a full year of goodness and blessings and no sorrow and no heartache? When will it happen? So constantly checking and saying, will I survive the next day? Will I be able to make it the next day? To worrying about the next week, the next month, because nothing was guaranteed. Or is it the anger, the jealousy, the pain? Yes, jealousy. I was jealous when I see, my fellow actors, younger actors, booking roles, thriving, shining. I get jealous. Of course, jealousy is an emotion that is part of all of us. And I'm not going to lie and pretend like I don't feel these things, because that is the essence of this series, to bear it all out so that actors who are in my shoes or who feel the same way would also speak up. So I would be so jealous when I see this post. I would not even want to go to Instagram. I would avoid going to Instagram to see anything, because I don't want to see anything that would trigger me or make me feel so empty and worthless. But this jealousy, of course, healthy jealousy, this is the kind that I just want to also shine. I also want to thrive. I also want to work. I also want to be working with this, production houses and directors and producers, because of course, as an actor, you have your list of, actors or producers or directors directors that you want to, work with. And when I see other people doing that, I'm like, when will I do it? When will it happen for me? So that jealousy just takes over me, and I just shut down Instagram and just stay away from Instagram on everything, and just stay away from every other person, in fact, because I don't want to become a bitter, distasteful, unpleasant woman. And then came the moment that shook me to my core. To be honest, when this happened to me, I I don't even know how to. I'm going to try to summarize this experience, but the moment that shook me to my core, one of the numerous moments, because of course in the past and over the years I've had different moments, but I just want to talk about the recent one that's almost made me say I am done with acting. And it was sometime first week in November or second week in November of last year. I had just gotten an email, and it was a rejection email from a production that I was dying to work with. And I was just like, this is it. Because bear in mind, I had a wonderful 2024. I had shot this film, Lady, that is going to Sundance. And I was like, okay, my next year is going to be amazing. Like, bookings back to back to back. And then the drought and all that happened. So I got that rejection email, and the day I got it, that was the third day I hadn't eaten. Yeah, I hadn't anything in my belly except water. And I remember reading that email again and again and again, and all I felt was pain, deep pain. I even forgot that I was hungry, and I was tired. I was tired of calling for 2K, 5K, 20K, 30K, because I felt ashamed. I felt like a charity case. I felt like, what am I even doing? And then I sat on the floor and I cried. You know that crying that you can't even breathe? That was the kind of cry that I cried that day. I felt like a total waste. I felt like a failure. I felt like, what am I doing with my life? I remembered all the no's, all the next times, all the we'll get back to you, all the almost, all the years I had put into this career. I had dedicated into this career. I had given all the sacrifices, all the sleepless nights, all the auditions, all the near miss victories. Everything just came pouring down, and I screamed. I shouted. Because I said to myself, when is it going to end? When is it going to end? I'm still struggling at this point of my life. What sense does that make? What is all of this for? What is all of this pain and heartache for? And I just sat on the floor, and I can't even remember how long that was, but it was for hours. It was for hours because I was feeling choked. It felt like somebody was choking the life out of me, because I just could not understand why all of that was happening to me. And I said, you know what? I was done. I hated my life so much because I was exhausted. And I'm like, what's the point? What am I doing all of this for? Why do I need to live in this constant heartache and pain? I just couldn't take it anymore. And I started to look for other options. And I'm going to be very truthful. I looked for other job openings, other career path. And I researched OnlyFans. I did, I had to Google OnlyFans, how to open OnlyFans, what it takes to open it. At the point that I was in, I just needed a way out, whatever whatever it takes just to get out of my situation. And then comes the shame and isolation. At this point, I couldn't tell anyone anything. I just was dealing with all of this by myself. Because what's the point? People are also going through their own stuff in their respective careers or personal lives and all that. And I do not want to add my own, problems, because it's not even peculiar to only me. I just needed to find a way as an adult to sort myself out, to figure out my life, and know the next thing to do for myself. Plus, when you're an actor, people expect that you're living the dream, and when you tell them you want to quit, they're like, oh no, why are you quitting? Don't do that. Keep pushing. You're gonna make it. They tell you all kinds of positive things, but sometimes there's a thing called toxic positivity, because that's not what I need at the time. That's not what I need at all. I need to work. I need to make money. I need to earn. I need to stop suffering. I need to stop begging. That's what I need. That's the kind of help that I need at the time, and not the usual, toxic positivity that people just dish out to others. They tell you, oh, you're so talented. Your breakthrough is here. Don't. You're so close to your breakthrough. Don't give up. But guys, sometimes those things don't pay the bills. They would not pay my next rent. They would not take care of my medical bills. They would not sort out my basic needs. That's not what I need at the time. None of that positivity makes the struggle less real. That's the truth. It doesn't make it less real. So to avoid all of these conversations, I suffered in silence. But I kept posting on Instagram, on social media, acting like everything was fine. Meanwhile, I was falling apart, piece by piece. So what's changed? The turning point. 3 things actually happened, and I'm going to list them quickly. The first was, I have a mirror in my room, and this mirror is like my best friend. So I stood in front of the mirror. I looked at myself, and everything that I saw screamed greatness, greatness, greatness. It screamed success, success, success. And I saw power in me. Sometimes we forget how awesome we are. We forget how great we are. We forget how exceptional we are. And that's why the mirror is like my best friend. That's why I always look at the mirror to remind myself of how wonderful I am and how exceptional that I am. So I stood in front of the mirror and I spoke to myself. I spoke life into myself, into my career, into my life in general. And I'm like, I'm made for more. And this doubt, fear, worry, this challenges, this waiting period is only a phase that will lead me to my greatness. It's only a phase that will sharpen me, mold me, build me into the powerful woman that God and the universe has in store for me. And if I do not go through any of this, then I don't think my story will be beautiful. And as much as we want to say it's cliche, this is how it is for a lot of people who are, successful people in their careers today, men and women. They went through a lot. Tyler Perry's story is a wonderful story, a peculiar one that we all know. Viola Davis as well, she had her own story, had her own face. So I reminded myself of how wonderful and how talented I am. And I said to myself, I will try again and I will keep going. The second thing that happened was my mother. I called my mother, and you might say, oh, you're a crybaby. Oh, I cry a lot, especially when I'm emotionally down. So my mom, she's always like ready. So I called my mom and we talked, and I was crying. I was like, I'm tired and this and that. And she said, do you know who you are? You are the Amanda Oruh. You are a star. You were born for this. Since you were a little child, you have been a shining light. Your light is going to shine so bright that even you will be amazed. She kept reminding me of who I am. And I said, wow. And I felt energized. I felt renewed again. I said, you know what? I would keep going. Because to me, I felt like I have failed my parents, but this is my mother reminding me that I haven't failed anybody. I haven't even failed myself. You get what I mean? So I decided to keep going. And then the third thing, of course, is the film Lady, the film going to Sundance Film Festival. And this film is also going to Berlinale's Festival. These are two big festivals, and it's back to back in January and the other one in February. This reminded me that I am who I say I am. I am great. I'm excellent. I'm a star. I'm a talented woman. I'm a beautiful actor. I have what it takes to win. And I was pumped because I know the level of work I put into that film, Lady. So these three things made me decide to, you know what, stay, because I'm not going to let regrets or what if play out in the future. So I'm going to ride through again. I'm going to push through again and see how it goes. These three things made me decide to stay. Honestly, the universe had timing I didn't understand, because this is me feeling completely washed out, completely done, and I'm getting a call in the next few weeks in November saying your film has been picked by Sundance. And bear in mind, I played the supporting lead in this film. I played number 2 in this film, and this film is in competition as well. It's not just going to premiere at Sundance, it's also in competition. Now imagine if I had, done the whole thing. I'm done. I would not be here celebrating and, pushing through to the next thing of for my career. The decision to stay. So after all is said and done, I said to myself, I'm not quitting, not now. I will fight again and again and again, as long as I have the strength to fight. And this decision does not mean that, everything is rosy or I have so much money right now. I'm still very, very rich, like super, super rich. I don't want to say broke. I'm still very, very rich, like super rich. The struggles have not gone. They're not like totally disappeared. Yes, the film is going to Sundance, but it doesn't change. My financial level has not changed. I haven't worked recently or anything. Like it's still the same thing. But the good news is that there's something happening right now that I'm grateful for, and I'm hoping will open bigger, beautiful doors for me. And then the decision to also diversify my income, teach, offer services that the industry would need, and take my content creation seriously and build my brand. Those are the ways to also take my mind off, acting and put, my other skills to use. I'm being honest about my career and my struggle, and I'm building a life that does not depend on the next acting gig to survive. That ended last year. I'm not gonna build my life around acting and the next gig. No, I'm gonna look for other things that would occupy my time, my mind, and bring me income. So when acting happens, yes, it happens. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. You get what I mean? And I'm giving myself permission to be exactly where I am, 38, and still figuring life out. And that is very okay. This confession series is a part of it. Being real, being honest, and not pretending anymore about my career and my journey. I have a message for you that is watching this video wherever you are in the world, and I've written this message down because I do not want to forget a single word. Please listen, and this is from my heart to you. If you're watching this and you're thinking about quitting your dream, whatever it is, I want you to know something. It is okay to feel the way you feel. It is okay to be tired. It's okay to question if it's worth it. You're not weak for struggling. You are human. And if you do decide to quit, that is okay too. Not every dream is meant to be pursued forever. Sometimes letting go is the bravest thing you can do. But if you're not ready to let go yet, if there is still a part of you that wants to try, then give yourself permission to do it your way. not the way social media says, not the way successful people say, your way. Maybe that means taking a break. Maybe that means finding other income source. Maybe that means redefining what success looks like. But don't quit in a moment of despair. Don't quit because you are exhausted. If you quit, quit from a place of clarity, not pain. Now, to the people in the creative industry, this is for you, from my heart to you. And to my fellow actors, creatives, anyone in an unstable industry, you're not alone in this. The feast or famine cycle is real. The financial stress is real. The self-doubt is real. We need to stop pretending it's all glamorous. We need to talk about this. We need to support each other. So if you are going through this, comment below. Let me know. Let's build a community where we can be honest about the hard parts, not just celebrate the wins. So here I am today, still acting, still pushing, still thriving, still making the choice to keep going. I am not certain about a lot of things. Heck, I'm not certain about my life and what is next, but I know that my life is beautiful and my future is already bright. I'm just going to keep pushing and wait for the day it will all materialize. And hopefully I go to Sundance, all things being equal. That is if I get the visa to go to America, but if I don't, it's all good. It's still a win-win for me. I am building a community of creatives and non-creatives because this is not peculiar to actors alone, right? I am learning that success isn't a straight line. It is messy, it is complicated, it is hard, and it is okay. I am super glad that I did not quit. Not because everything is now rosy and perfect and glamorous or beautiful. Nope. But I would have regretted not seeing this through or not being here to, bask in the blessings that God has given me at the moment. This is not to say that, oh, because something is happening in my life now, that's why I'm happy. No. Every day that I wake up, I make a decision to keep going, to keep pushing, to keep showing up, regardless of whether I get work or not. I've been auditioning since last year. I've auditioned like 5 times already in January and I haven't gotten anything yet. But I choose to always show up. I choose to, put myself out there, because if I don't put myself out there, then how will someone see me? And who knows, maybe in a year or two, I will look back at this moment and see why it all happened and why I had to go through what I went through. Maybe it might not even make any sense and I will still be struggling, God forbid. I will still be like, trying to figure it out. But whatever situation, whatever case that I might find myself, either way, I am here, I am trying, and that in itself is okay. Thank you so much for your commitment to the series, for your support so far from the very first part to the second, now to the third. Your comments, your likes, your shares, your contributions, so meaningful, so warm, so thoughtful. Thank you so very much. You have no idea how much it means to me. It just shows that I am not alone and my pain, my struggles, my circumstances are not peculiar to me, and that means a lot to me. If this resonated with you, please, I would like to know in the comment section. Tell me, have you ever wanted to quit something that you love? Please let me know in the comment section. I'd also like to know what kept you going. Did you quit, and was it a right choice? Please, let's have real conversation about this and about our career and about our journey. Also, I'd like to say that if you find this video helpful, don't forget to share the link, let other people watch it. I'm still on my way to getting my 4,000 watch hours. Your contribution, your support, your help will help me get there faster. My name is Amanda Oruh. I will see you in my next confection. Until then, keep going. Even when it's hard, especially when it's hard. You're not alone.